All right, all right. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a beat breakdown. I just finished making this beat and I just got really inspired by it. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I made it. I'm just going to go through some of the music theory, some of the arrangement and sound selection that I used to make it. And, just trying to switch it up, do something new, and, just share good music. So let's take a look. So, first things first here, I'm just going to play kind of the first couple bits of it. So this is the overall beat here. I'm just going to play the kind of intro, and then once the beat drops so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll jump right into it. All right, and so that's kind of the first section of it. And we'll just go from the top and we'll go down. So the first thing that I've been playing with is if you just go to your library sounds and you just search through the sounds here, they've got some really cool sounds, just, stock Logic sounds that use, their sampler or their synths. And it's just a really good way to find some unique sounds if you haven't used them before. And so here's the first, these are the chords kind of I set in. And so this is pretty simple. So this is in A minor, BPM 165. So the first chord is just an A minor, and then a B, and then an F. And that's the basic chord progression there. And that is just a 1/6 progression in A minor. And it's just those two chords over and over. Then next we added in this marimba. Under the mallet section here. And this is what that MIDI looks like. And that I like to play, it's a little ambient and it kind of hides behind the chords. It's a little quiet, kind of gives that like tiptoe feeling around. So that starts at A and it's following the chords. And that's pretty much that sound. Then I added in this bass, and I put these notes really low, and these kind of, again, sit behind the mix and just kind of fill it all out. So here's the bass by itself. And that's really it for the bass. It's just the two root notes. And then I layered that with another bass. Just to give it some low end. And so all those together. And this Boxy synth bass is an Alchemy preset. And same with this breaking bass. And then I added in this piano here, which again, it's just one of the keyboards. This is just one of the dark lo-fi pianos. This is what that sounds like. Again, this is just layering some of the same sounds. That's got some nice reverb on it. And all together. Next up is this Lullaby Vibes. Again, got it from the keyboards. And this is what that sounds like. And this one's actually my favorite sound in the whole mix, especially because the second note. It's got that really nice ringing sound. I have the top one a little bit lighter than the bottom ones. And this one's the loudest and kind of gives that ringing vibe. And I really like that effect. So all together again. And that's the base of kind of the sample or the loop here. Then I initially started with this instrument from Expand, the glassy Glockenspiel. And I added just a little top line to come in just at this second part. And that's kind of the same. And then I didn't know which one I liked better, so I also found this sound in Alchemy. And all these sounds by themselves are like really quiet, but when you put them together, it gets, you know, a nice big vibe. Then I added in, what is it here? Another Expand, Sunrise, one of the pads. And these are just adding some rhythm onto the chords. And then the last thing I have was a vocal that I got from Arcade Output. I think it was the Distant Voices Holy Divide sample preset, and I just put two together and it sounds like this. And so all together, it sounds like this. drums, I kept it mostly pretty basic. The clap is just the standard clap. The 808 here is just the 2 notes. And then the second one has a slide at the end. And then the drum with, or the kick with it. The hi-hat here is just a pretty standard hi-hat. I think I got it as a loop and just edited it a little bit. Nothing special here. And then I bounced 2 parts of the melody out. So one is with this instrument and the second is with this one. I like this part to have this one, the bellophone, and then when it's playing with the drums, I like this one because it has that sharper. It's a little sharper and it kind of pierces the air. We got the second section over here that doesn't have the kick drum or the 808 in it. It's kind of just a nice, like maybe a verse section, and has a nice switch up here. So this is what it sounds like going from kind of that main chorus into the switch up with kind of that sub bass, taking that 808 out. Back into that main chorus section. Really the main difference is just this sub bass right here. And that's just kind of to fill out the low ends and kind of make everything sound a lot more full. And then I also just add some more percussions. Again, you're taking the kick out, so just make it a little more noisy. And then at the end, it's got that kick there. And then really the last thing in general is just ending the beat. So it goes from that midsection to the chorus, plays that twice, and then it kind of ends here. And I really like how this beat ends as well. Sometimes I've had trouble kind of like finishing beats, but this one I think turned out really well. So take a listen to that. Kind of rings off into the distance. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we got here. Again, this is a little different, just doing kind of more of a beat breakdown and showing the arrangement, music theory, sound selection. Let me know if you guys like this style or what you want to see more of. Peace.